It's tricky because you want to have the naivety and the learning capacity and be the eyes of the audience, but then also you want to give yourself agency as a character, because characters without agency or without decision-making process or their own kind of moral pendulum aren't that interesting. So you kind of have to toe the line between them.
You find yourself in a scene going, what am I doing here? What's my intention in this scene? It's like, no, your intention is just to sort of take it in.
Yes,
it's tough as an actor.
It is tough, but then you have to be always thinking, how would Michael respond to that, and what because Michael, the real Michael, is a very intelligent man, and the character is intelligent, and you have to be processing the information, but knowing that the other questions you're going to ask beyond that. But yeah, I mean, it's incredible, really, because after meeting Michael, finding out that this was a story that actually happened to him was kind of insane, and the level of corruption that was happening at the UN at the time. I mean. And also the period of history, because when in 2002, 2003, I was 17, 16, I didn't know much about it. But in many ways, what happened post for the Gulf War, and then with oil for food, and what happened subsequently with Blair and Bush Jr. really shaped Iraq and a lot of the Middle East as it is today. And the deconstruction of Iraq as a nation state also led to a vacuum, which in many ways was the vacuum filled by ISIS. So historically it was very interesting, and then beyond that was really Pear's idea about how to tackle this story, which is the idea of the moral questions and the existential questions of truth, and how you answer a question of truth. People think about whistleblowers or in these kind of scenarios as they find corruption, and of course they're going to talk about it and try and expose it. But the reality is much more complex than that, because there are so many factors involved, and often, you can be whistleblowing on something small, but is that beneficial for the greater good? And that's the question that Ben Kingsley's character had.